you feeling stuck in your film career? With the strikes, LA fires, and constant industry changes, it's really tough to stay ahead. But I'm here to share my plan on how you could stay fresh, focused, and ready for when opportunities come knocking at your door. As someone who's been laid off numerous times and navigated the ups and downs of the industry, I've learned a thing or two about adapting and thriving. So let's dive in. When I got laid off from my show 2 years ago, it took me a while to realize that not everybody would bounce back. It took me a year to find the current job I have now because I spent so many months just waiting for my show to call me back and for more opportunities to come. And when they didn't, I decided to embrace the reality that we're not going to bounce back. Though Hollywood may be increasingly filming outside of LA and there are more opportunities now than there was 1 year ago, we still have to adapt to change. We have to do our best to make the most out of what we have. So when I didn't hear back for at least a year after I got laid off from the rookie feds, I took this opportunity to explore other areas that have always interested in me. And so I encourage you to also take this opportunity to find other areas that have always interested in you. Maybe you've always wanted to take up pottery or become a theater director for a high school. I have a friend who became a high school theater director from starting off as a production assistant, and they're doing quite well actually. So take this opportunity to adapt to change and roll with it. For me, I discovered YouTube. I love creating content. Creating content feels just like filmmaking. I get to develop, write, shoot, edit, and compose the music for each upload, and it's been doing great things for me. Next thing, networking. Yes, networking, our favorite. I know it's scary and it really challenges you socially, but we have to keep practicing networking and take every opportunity that we can to do it, because without networking, you're just working in the dark, and honestly, that's not the best for your career. If you want to go far, you have to network and work with other people, collaborate. I always thought that being on set of a TV show or a gig was like the ultimate networking opportunity, but actually, I was pretty wrong. I'm here to tell you that there are other opportunities for you to network other than being on set. Attend industry events, join online communities, engage in those online communities, and foster new relationships while maintaining the ones you already have. Connect with other creatives. Anything you can do to put your name out there and make sure that you develop genuine connections with people. These connections can lead to opportunities, collaborations, and create lifelong friendships. So I encourage you to attend union and guild gatherings because they're great opportunities to meet new people and meet up with old friends. Some union and guilds I recommend looking into would be the Society of Composers and Lyricists, the Alliance for Women Film Composers, Wildflower Composers is also another one. And don't just collect business cards. The modern business card, if you ask me, is actually Instagram, social media, any kind of social media, where your website and portfolio are already linked. For those of you who find in-person networking opportunities daunting, check out the online communities. And the way I would search for these is just going on the search bar on Facebook and typing in keywords like film crew, film composer, film and television, women in film, women in music, women in television, Pro Tools, Logic Pro mixing, producing. Low budget film and TV crew is another good one that I like, where I like to find gigs. My favorite is joining Facebook groups like the Pro Composer, Perspective, Women in Film and Television, and Crew Stories. These are all great opportunities for you to engage in comments, read people's posts, stay up to date on the trends and what's happening in the industry and what's happening with people in their personal lives. This is where I find posts on how people are doing, and I love it when anonymous posters ask the community, what's everybody doing for work these days? A lot of people took up their previous career before they took up film and television. Some people are carpenters, another person is a barista going back to school. So make the most out of what you have. We have more time now, I hope, because we're not working 14-hour days anymore. So we can take this opportunity to go back to school, pursue other passions, and have time to rekindle relationships, old and new. So like I said, this is also where I land many of my film scoring gigs. Facebook is king for me because I check out these online communities all the time, and that's where I land the majority of my gigs these days. So don't sleep on these Facebook groups, don't sleep on Instagram or YouTube, because social media will do you wonders. And if you're not already on social media, you're already behind. Check out my channel on updates because I will be releasing a video on how to find gigs like that. And lastly, for this point, collaborate with other creatives, and not just film people. Art people are pretty cool too. You'll never know what you might get out of the collaboration, so maybe your local coffee shop has a barista that's a poet. Reach out to them and see if they would want to collaborate. Improv people. There's people all over this town in LA taking some sort of improv class, I kid you not. Or stand-up. There's a lot of stand-up comedians that you can probably collaborate with. I assure you, collaborating with other creatives will do you wonders and probably spark joy, inspiration, and give you that energy you need to bounce right back if you're in a rut. Continue working on and improving your craft. While waiting for your next gig, keep working on and improving on your portfolio. Whether it's shooting stills, shooting weddings, writing music for yourself, writing a novel or a short story, building a shed, keep improving on your craft. You never want to go stale. Just keep creating and pushing yourself. Whatever your expertise, we want to see more of it. Post everything you do on Instagram, like literally. You'd be surprised at the different people that can find a following. I mean, I'd watch a tutorial on how to build a shed or how to conduct music. That's cool. I mean, I'm here for it. Like I said in my previous video, I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always Googling tutorials and watching tutorials even though I wasn't looking for it on Instagram. If you're struggling to find a job, cultivate a side hustle or go part-time. Not only will you earn extra money, but you'll also continue networking, improving on your current skills, and building new skills. And the best part about side hustles is that the scheduling is pretty flexible. And I can't stress this enough. Don't be afraid to take jobs outside of your main industry. There's no shame in being that movie usher. Be proud of what you do. Do whatever you can it takes to survive, and we're all doing it. Remember, we're all in this together. You'd be surprised at how transferable your skills are, and who knows, you might find a new passion. And speaking of skills, learn new ones. Always stay up to date with the latest trends, keep up to date with the technology, but the most important thing that I personally wholeheartedly believe in is investing in your professional development. Whether it's marketing, social media, music, film crew, being a gaffer, best boy grip, electric, producing, whatever that may be, expanding your skill set will benefit your career. Since being laid off from my TV show 2 years ago, I've immersed myself in writing more music and learning more about film scoring because personally, I didn't go to school for screen scoring or film actually for that matter. So I'm always looking up tutorials, asking questions regarding to screen scoring. I went to community college and I was a music major and I have an AA in music and I did learn a little bit about composition. I am classically trained. I have a classical background. But screen scoring is something that I want to pursue. So I've taken this opportunity personally to continue my education. Even though I'm doing okay with the skills I have now in media composition, and the feedback that I get from the directors, writers, producers has been great. I'm trying to level up in my career because I will never stop wanting to be better. I could be John Williams and I will still pursue the next step because I care about this craft so much. And working on someone's film, their baby, I want to take care of it and I know how much it means to them. So I want to do it right. So since being laid off, I've also started creating more content on social media, which has ultimately led to new work opportunities. My work, my face, my brand has actually been seen under the eyes of other film crew and music professionals all around the world, and I think it's really awesome. And my favorite part is we're all connected through one app, two if you're on multiple. So right now is the perfect time to start YouTube, grow your Instagram following, and just create. Be a creative. We're all creatives here. In addition, like I mentioned before about school, consider taking online courses. If you have the money, please go for it. Attend workshops, and even pursuing a certificate is great too. So for this point, I just want to emphasize that learning new skills is so important because when the industry does bounce back, when you bounce back, you want to make sure that you're the best version of yourself. So I advise that you take this opportunity to get a certificate, take online classes, collaborate, learn new skills so that you can bounce back more competitive and better than ever. That's it for today's video. These are the tips for staying fresh, focused, and ready for when opportunity comes knocking at your door. I hope you found these tips helpful and inspiring. Remember, our industry is always constantly changing, whether we like it or not, and we have to do our best to adapt to it. With the right mindset and strategies, we can adapt and thrive, no matter the situation. By diversifying our skills, networking, and continuously improving our craft, and investing in professional development, we can meet our goals and more, and stay ahead of the curve. If you're feeling stuck or uncertain about your career, I encourage you to take action today. Start by making a list of your goals, what you want to achieve in life and your career in the next 5, 10, maybe even just 1 year, and start by dwindling it down into small, achievable steps so that in case you find the future overwhelming, you have a small list of things you can start today. Don't be afraid to try new things. Change is always good. One of my favorite quotes is, if we're always out of our comfort zone, that's good, because that means we're growing. I encourage you to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. And most importantly, stay positive, motivated, focused, and keep moving forward. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.